What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Too Sick. I was going to do a part 2 to my Mount Rushmore professional wrestling. I was going to do the female version this time, but right now I'm going to take the time out to I want to talk about a few things for a few minutes. Mainly my homeboy Silverz. Mainly I want to talk about. For those of you who don't know, Silverz and I have been boys for. He's like a brother to me. We've been friends for almost a decade, maybe over a decade. To be honest, he is the main reason why I got into YouTube, because I remember when he started his YouTube channel, and it was so funny. He was doing dope stuff like WWE stuff. But that's the reason why I wanted to get into YouTube so much, is because looking at him do epic stuff on wrestling made me want to do it. So I got my channel up and running, and his video that he made the other day basically talked about him failing on YouTube. And I know the feeling, because for a long time, I thought that I was doing something wrong with my channel, to the point where I wanted to completely just give up on YouTube and all of you guys, but he's the reason why I didn't give up. So I wanted to just talk for a second about, the things he's done for me, and he's making another channel, and I'm 100% with him on this channel, and I just wanted to let him know that, overall, number one, thank you for encouraging me to create my YouTube channel, because you could have been like, nah, I don't want competition or blah blah blah, but you encouraged me, you supported me, and you've been there ever since. Almost, like I said, 10 years or more, you've been there for me, and I appreciate that. You were the first friend. Actually, you're one of the first two friends that I had. If people who don't know me, when I first started off on YouTube, I was mentored into actually competitive WWE gaming by a guy named Void. Some people know him as Void, some people know him as Dark Chaos, but I met him as Void, and he was like one of the best WWE online gamers that I've ever met. And we were just playing in a match, and I wouldn't give up, and he took me under his wing from there. And then from there on, that's how I met Silverz, and I met Naughty Girl. I met a few other people like Ashley Killer, and there were some enemies out there. But with the people that I mentioned, we made this big, me, Silverz, and Void made this big clan at the time called R for M. Actually, we changed the name to R for M. It got so big to the point where we were noticed by like FAM and a few other people. So that was the day I got a chance to meet what was the guy's name? Twisted Merc. I met Twisted Merc, not in person, but we met through mutual friends, and he was just telling me that he liked what I'm doing. He told me to just keep doing my thing, some words of encouragement, and I appreciated that. So we kept striving and kept striving, but eventually, I say in 2014, everything disbanded because people went separate ways. When Xbox started getting up there, people went to Xbox, and some people said on PlayStation. Some people actually just stopped wanting to be in clans, period. So we wasn't mad at that. It was just, it was a little heartbreaking, but nonetheless, we never gave up on, doing this and continuing with it. So after everybody went their separate ways, that's when I decided to make my YouTube channel not just wrestling related. I wanted to make it everything related, gaming in general related. So that's when I started doing a lot of things. To be honest with you, Too Sick for TV, I really didn't take extremely serious until 2014. That's when I started taking it serious. When I saw like my favorite YouTuber is Casey Neistat, and I saw him doing epic, editing with his videos, and PvP, Jesse and Gina, and gaming wise like Chris Smooth, and just Cash Nasty, and a few other YouTubers out there who just start doing epic stuff with their videos, and I wanted to do the same thing. But everything started crashing down around the beginning of 2016. I was in like the middle of, I think, almost having 800 subscribers, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. I don't really remember. But my mom got sick to the point where it was hard for me to even help her. And one thing led to another. We went to the hospital, and that's when I found out my mom has cervical cancer, and she was in her second stage of it, which is not the worst, but it is bad, because there's 4 stages to cancer. So when we found out she was in her second stage of it, I took a long break from YouTube, and I made an announcement and everything. I had Silverz actually was the one who was like, if you let me get your username and password, I'll make announcements on your YouTube channel about you and your mom. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So, he would do that for me, and I would take care of my mom. So, when she started getting better and stronger, I got sick, and I developed pneumonia because I wouldn't take care of myself, and I was overweight and I was sick. So I say the beginning of 2017, actually the middle of 2016 is when things started getting a little bit, better, but at the same time it was kind of neutral. I was staying at my sister's house. Me and my mom were staying at my sister's house, and we had a big fallout. And one thing led to another, and I got kicked out. And my mom was still there, but my mom was still ill. So I stayed with some family members of mine, and I would come back and forth to her house, and we would just, I would take her out every chance I got. And, the one thing led to another, and eventually she came and she stayed with me in my apartment when I got my own apartment. And things got better from there, but, I knew things were not as good as I wanted them to be. So regardless, Silverz was still there for me. He made sure that, I was all right. If I needed to make an announcement, or if he needed, to help me out with something, he had my back. If he needed me, or if he needed to do something on my YouTube channel, then I knew I could trust him with that, So to make the long story short, Silverz has been there for me since day one. I don't mean to go all out talking about my life story, but let's just say Silverz has been there for me since day one. And to see him, upset about his YouTube channel not being so hot, I understand, because when I came back to YouTube after things got a little bit better, my YouTube channel was about the same, where I was only averaging, compared to when I first started, I was averaging hundreds and thousands of views. And then fast forward to 2017, 2018, actually 2016 to 2018, and I'm only averaging maybe 50 to 100 views, if that, because it might be even less. And it sucks because I lost my my partner program. I was with Full Screen Arcade, and I lost my partnering because of this new YouTube requirements where you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. And I got the 1,000 subscribers. I just only had half of that watch time. I have over 2,000 hours because it's hard for me to make videos and then work 2 jobs and take care of my mom. So that hurt me. But at the same time, it still sucks because the channel, it feels like my channel was coming apart, and I didn't want that to happen. So Silverz, being who he is, was still there for me and gave me encouragement no matter what. So to see him go through what he's going through, yeah, it hurts. But at the same time, he still hasn't given up. He could have completely said, forget YouTube and I won't do it anymore. But he said, I'm going to make another channel and do something that I know I'm good at, which is laughing. He's going to do a reaction channel, and he wants to do try not to laughs and stuff like that. So I know that will be successful because he has a contagious laugh, and I know he'll get you guys to laugh with him. So at the end of the day, I know this video was a little long. At the end of the day, all I want to say is, Silverz, number one, thank you for being one of the best friends that I can have. One of being my bros. I've been knowing you for a decade, and you still are there. You could be like one of my day one homies. Even though I know them over 20 years, I want to include you in that list because you've been there as long as I know. And eventually we're going to collaborate. I'm going to fly to New York so we can, collaborate, but just know for a fact that you got somebody who cares about you as well. I was there when you came out and told people about your sexuality, and I didn't give up on you then. I didn't turn away from you then, and I'm not going to turn away from you for giving up on your YouTube channel because you haven't given up. You could have said, no, I'm done completely, but you made another channel and gave it one more try, and I commend you for that. So that's all I'm going to say. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is never give up on your dreams. Never give up on what you want to do in life. If you want to do a YouTube video, then by all means you make that YouTube video. If it doesn't work, if you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. That's exactly what Silverz is doing. He is one of those cats where, he played the 3-strike rule. It's just like baseball, 3 strikes and you out. He has not given up on his videos. And I won't do the same either, because after 1,000 subscribers, I'm still going strong. Yeah, it's hard to make videos and it's hard to upload. And I know my channel, my views are not as good as I want them to be. But no matter what, I'm going to not give up, because I know eventually it'll be successful. Because my dream is to be a good YouTuber. My dream is to be a photographer, to be a sneakerhead, a big sneakerhead, make my own boutique one day. I want to do filming and all of that. And it starts with YouTube. Anybody can make a profession on YouTube, but it takes anybody also can perfect that. If you want to make a career on YouTube, all you have to do is perfect it. And like I said, at the end of the day, Silverz, I just want to thank you for being my brother, because you could have gave up, but you didn't. God got something in store for you, and you know it. But that's all I want to say. I didn't mean for this video to be so long. If you like what I said, I'll leave a comment or leave a like or do both. What else? My Twitter, my Instagram. I have a new Instagram, by the way. It's called The Sick One. That'll be all in the description below. But moral of the story is, don't give up on your dreams. Whatever your dream is, please don't give up. I know we all have a tough time, trying to strive to be on that mountaintop or grab the brass ring. But eventually it'll pay off. As long as you have faith, determination, and a good state of mind, those 3 things can get you extremely far. This is your boy Too Sick. I'm out. Peace.